Hello, Presto people. Wonderful to see you today. We have a very, very special treat. We have a special guest. Boy, is this an honor today. We have the wonderful Sophie Morgan with us today. Say hi, Sophie.
Hi Dave and hi everybody. Thanks for having me.
This is cool. Listen, you had a late one last night. You've just come back from holidays, all right?
No, I was actually in London. I was working. It's my first time back down in London since, all this happened. So that was really nice to get back down there and get a bit back to normality. So yeah, I just spent a couple of days down there. Came home last night on a very late train because my train got cancelled as usual. It's never
Rubbish.
easy.
Everyone wearing masks to start off with, so not particularly comfy, eh? So listen, let's crack straight on. So Sophie, tell us, give us just a little bit of background, just for our students as much as anything, because obviously it's hugely aspirational. The fact that you started where all students start, right at the beginning. Just give us a quick background into your early days at Presto.
Well, I was trying to think. I think I was about 6 years old when I first came, because I just got into music really young. My dad always played me loads of different records, and I decided I really wanted to get involved. My granddad then bought me an upright piano, so my mum rang up the local music school and spoke to Dave, and then he said, bring her down. And I think I wanted to start with guitar, but you recommended to start with piano, and that's the best thing that has ever happened to me, because as much as I love guitar, like piano is where my heart is. So I started playing piano around age 6 with Dave, and then as I got older, started branching into different things with Presto. I even had drum lessons and just tried to try everything out, and then I began writing songs about age 10 and then never stopped. Yeah.
Joe, it's interesting. We can see the results, the great results, whilst you're actually composing as students. But how do you feel the composition, in particular, the composition classes? How do you feel as though they helped you these days now?
Well, I think they gave me the first background into how to craft a song. What are bridges, what are choruses, how you lead into a chorus, how all the rules, because rules are important, and so you know them, and then you know when you can break them, because that's also interesting. And I guess just it just taught me all the basics that then allowed me to go and take flight after that, all in lyrically writing. And then I was introduced to musicians through Presto and played in bands and played our own compositions, and that was my first time ever doing that, and I wouldn't have had that opportunity to do so without Presto. So
That was good fun, really. I mean, I remember particular gigs at the Par Hall that we did.
yeah.
They were superb. It's really nice to hear actually the development from your early material to the stuff that you're doing now, which is beautiful. Although, I mean, I might sound a fraction biased there, but you know that I'm genuinely a huge fan of yourself. Caught a couple of your live gigs, thoroughly enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about how the tour with the Waterboys came around.
Well, I started busking when I was about 18, just to earn some cash and just play to more people. And my dad was like, you need to learn some covers. And obviously I was playing guitar because it's a bit difficult to busk with a piano. So I would just play the same 6 songs over and over again on the guitar and drive all the shopkeepers crazy. But one of those songs was a Waterboys cover called Whole of the Moon. And everyone on the street really liked it and would come over and talk to me about it. So I thought maybe I should record this. So I did. I started recording it at home, and got some friends up, and we added strings, and I fell in love with the recording. So I thought I'll put it on my first EP. And then in doing that, obviously you have to apply for permission to release it from the band or from their publishers or whatever, complicated stuff. And anyway, the band heard it, and I just one day got a message from Mike Scott, the lead singer, inviting me on tour with them across Europe and the UK, and it's my first ever tour. 16 dates, a bit of a baptism of fire, but great time.
And am I right in saying that you actually were invited to join them on stage as well?
I was, yeah. That was a lovely surprise. They had this beautiful song that goes on for about 12 minutes, and I walk out halfway through and join them in singing it. There was about 12 of us at the front, and it was very surreal, because obviously my dad played me that band as a child. There's a video of me like standing on a cushion in the living room singing Hole of the Moon, so kind of full circle.
How cool is that? That's fantastic. I love that. And so you were talking before about playing different instruments as well. How do you think that actually benefits your songwriting and what you, not just the songwriting, but the arrangement side as well?
Yeah, well, I think it's had a huge influence, because it's just, I really, obviously piano is my main instrument and I do write a lot on piano, but over the years I found myself writing more on the guitar, because it opened up different harmonies there, and different things rhythmically. And then obviously I didn't really pursue the drums to a massive extent, but I got a basic understanding of it, which I think can only help. So being able to communicate with musicians of each field has been really beneficial, you know, being able to sort of hold my own in each area and be able to, if I can't do it, I know what I want though, and I know how to approach it.
Do you still have your drum kit? I seem to remember me and your dad setting that up when you were young.
Yeah, we still have drums here, but I can't say that I'm a very good drummer anymore. But
Sophie, tell us about your new material. What's coming up?
So, over lockdown, we were quite productive, and we recorded a couple of songs here, and that's why I was in London yesterday, because we were getting them mastered. So I'm hoping that they're going to come out before the end of the year. I think they're my favourite things we've ever done, so I'm really excited about them. Brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, I look forward to them. That sounds fantastic. How did lockdown affect you? Obviously, it's been horrendous for so many people, but how did music help you through lockdown?
Well, we were actually in the middle of a tour with a band called Sophies when we were driving to Brighton, and that's when the country went into lockdown. So we still have half of that to finish, to look forward to next year. But you know, I just did live stream shows from home to still try and connect with people, and spent a lot of time writing, and obviously, like I say, we were recording as well. So I feel like it was as productive as it could be for a pandemic, I guess. A very strange scenario.
As it goes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And so you mentioned there about your live streams. You've done quite a few now. Are there any more planned coming up? Because you know we enjoy seeing those.
Yeah, I was thinking actually I might do another one in the next couple of weeks, because I really enjoy it, and it's just looking like live shows are way beyond, way distant future at the moment. So I guess it's something that's gonna stay in our lives, all this live streaming, for a good while yet. So
certainly the creative industry being all the more creative in keeping going. Well, you know that we always share those live streams. It's always great to see you, and we'll make sure that we do that. Sophie, if you had one piece of advice for young students, for beginners who wanted to do more with their music, what do you think that might be?
I personally don't feel one yet to be giving advice, but for me, it was just, it's really a really tricky question. I guess for me, what worked was meeting as many musicians as possible and soaking that up. And I always wanted to be the worst musician in the room, because I always felt happiest that way. And because I just liked, I like people, I like striving to, I like being in awe of who I'm with, and that's one of the great things about Presto is I just used to love to watch you play piano, and that was the main thing that drew me and kept me practicing through, slogging it out, because it's hard when you're young and you're not Mozart straight away and you just think you're going to be. It's a long time, it's many years of practicing before you really see you know, the true benefit, to be able to sit there and let it all flow out. So just having those musicians around me, I guess that's the most enjoyable thing for me, because although I am a solo musician, for me it's all very collaborative, and that's my favourite part of music, is just playing with my friends.
You're very humble self. You know that, as I say, a huge fan of yours, and I do hold you in great regard as an artist. I think that's a really sort of sweet idea, in so much that, you know, if you feel as though you're not necessarily the strongest person in the room, I see the other side of that, whereby you're purposefully surrounding yourself with people that you look up to, and as a result can learn more from, and then therefore you progress. That's a neat idea. So it's something that I've also gleaned from you and your work in the past as well, that you've always been something that, yes, at Presto we're very keen on, this whole positivity bit, the whole yes thing. So when an opportunity crops up, leap at it.
For sure, yeah. I said yes to almost everything when I was growing up, just to try and throw myself, because you just never know what thing, you just don't know who's going to be there, you don't know who you're going to meet, which is going to lead step to something else. And often these things happen really naturally when you least expect it, so you should just do as much as you can, you know, just enjoy it all, because it's so much fun. It's like building the den, you know. It's like the fun is building the den, not sitting in the den at the end once you've built it. So this is the fun part, you know.
I love that. The fun is in building the den. Could be that could be the new album title there, Soph. I think that's awesome. Listen, we're gonna have to wrap this up and let you crack on with more songwriting. Sophie, it's been wonderful to see you. All the very best of luck for your future releases, and you can see more of Sophie. We'll always put the links on the Presto Music School website, but do check out Sophie Morgan. I seem to remember one fantastic review of your gig in Chester. Somebody stated that it was like a summer's day to the ears.
Oh, that's sweet.
Thought that pretty much summed it up. Yeah. I think I actually wrote that, as it turns out, but that's what it sounded like to me. Sophie, lovely to see you. You take care.
Thanks, up to you.
Bye now.